Hello everyone and welcome back to Colouring with Kay. Thank you for joining me today. So in this video I thought I would do the tag, this or that tag I think it's called, and I watched Lucy from Lucy Just Adds Colour, and she also opened it up to anyone else who wanted to do the tag, so I thought I shall go ahead and do it. So I'm going to colour in Magical Dawn because I haven't coloured in Magical Dawn for a long time. And I really like the illustrations. I was looking through it last night and I saw quite a lot of nice pictures in it, and I decided to go with this one, this butterfly one with the flowers. So yeah, this is the one I'm going to do. I'm going to have a background which is going to be mainly purple and blue, maybe a bit of green as well, and I think I'm going to stick to those colours for the majority of the image as well. I haven't fully decided, but anyway, I'm going to colour with my polychromos pencils, which I've just got here by my side, and yeah, I'm going to start with the flowers. So I've got my questions here next to me, so yeah, I hope you'll stick with me. So let's start by bringing you in a little bit. Yeah, into the flowers, because that's where we're gonna start. Put these pencils here so they're right near me, and then just move that up there. That should do nicely. Maybe a little bit further in, like that. Okay, right, mustn't move the book or you'll be out of frame. Okay, so the first question is, I might not get much colouring done, but that's all right. That's fine. I'll do a bit of colouring and I'll answer the questions. So the first question is alcohol markers or water-based markers. Right, so this was rather difficult in a way, because I do really like water-based markers, because when I put if you've watched my channel or if you've been with me for a bit and you've seen my videos, you know that I use the gesso or the satin glazing liquid to sort of pre-prepare some of the pages that I want to use watercolour on, and I don't just use watercolour pencils on them, I use water-based markers, and they work really well on that sort of a surface, and you can just put the water-based marker to the paper and you'll just blend on it so easily. So I do really like to use the water-based markers for that. So I'm just lightly going over these petals, by the way, very light pressure. And yeah, and then alcohol markers, thing is, water-based markers streak if you don't have a surface coating, I believe, from what I've experienced anyway. And alcohol markers, of course, they bleed through the page, but they don't leave streaks, and they are enjoyable to use. I'm going to have to go with water-based markers, because I do like alcohol-based markers, but I don't really use them that often compared to, say, pencil and you know, water-based markers on a pre-prepared surface. So yeah, I'm going to have to say water-based markers for that. Okay, number 2, Jade Summer Greyscale or Jade Summer Line Art. I've got about 3 or 4, maybe 2 or 3, I don't know, something like that. I've got a few Jade Summer books, and I can't remember if I've got any grayscale books of Jade Summer brand, but I think at the moment I'm really getting into grayscale, so at this particular moment in time I'm going to go with grayscale, definitely grayscale, because some of the work has already been done for you in terms of shading, and I just think grayscale pictures look amazing when they're finished, so I'm going to go with grayscale. I'm surprising myself with actually how decisive I'm being, because I'm not really that decisive. Okay, number 3, Prismas or polys. That's definitely a hard question. It's definitely difficult to answer that one. I'm using polys now, and if you asked me 2 years ago, I'd definitely say Prismacolor. You know, hands down, Prismacolor wins every time. But now, I don't know, because polys just lay down so smoothly. They give a really smooth finished look, at least when I use them, compared to Prismacolor. Because sometimes when I've used Prismacolor, I don't know, it looks too grainy. I really enjoy using them, don't get me wrong, they're one of my favourite pencils, the Prismas, but I prefer the smoother look, and I also prefer the blendability. I think is sort of better with polychromos, so I'm going to go with polychromos for number 3. Number 4, Hanna karlzon or Maria Troll. So this was my second colour that I've just sort of shaded from here, going outwards. Alright, so what was the question for? Hanna karlzon or Maria Troll? Right, well, I really like Hanna karlzon's work, because obviously I'm colouring in her book right now, one of her books, but I really like her earlier books. I'm not so keen on the newer ones, so they're just not my cup of tea, so to speak. So, you know, the Midnight Masquerade, I've always like thought, shall I buy it, shall I not? And then the Spirit Animals, I just don't really gravitate towards colouring sort of people and things like that, you know, people and characters and stuff like, you know, I just don't. So her earlier books, Daydreams, Magical Dawn, which I'm colouring in now, as well as the you know, Summer Nights and all of those sort of books, Seasons, definitely one of my favourites. They are really nice and I really like them, but I'm not so keen on the later books. And Maria Troll's, I mean, I like all her books, and I know she uses the little girl Evie, you know, the pictures of the little girl. That's fine, I don't mind colouring those, because they're not big like portrait type images. So for me, I like both artists a lot, but I would have to go with Maria Troll. So yeah, she wins out on this occasion. And then next is number 5, colour by number or non-colour by number. Well, you probably know from my end of month completed pictures that I hardly ever do colour by number. Very, very rare. I have got about, I don't know, maybe 3 books that are colour by numbers, so not that many. So about, you know, not a handful, but you know, just 3 or 4 books probably at the most that I've got of colour by number. So I would most definitely prefer non-colour by number compared to you know, colour by number. So yeah, definitely prefer the non-colour by number. So that's my answer for that one. Number 6, mandalas or patterns. I'm not so keen on patterns. I don't think many colourists are that keen on patterns either. I don't know what it is about it, but they're just too repetitive. But I guess that's the nature of a pattern, isn't it? It's meant to be repetitive. But yeah, mandala I think I like better, because the mandalas have a really nice pattern, and you know, there's so many variety of mandala books as well, and I've got a fair mandala collection, you know, quite a few books that are mandala like, and you know, you can have all sorts of little variations on mandala patterns. You can have little animals in it, all sorts, and yeah, I'd definitely go with the mandala for that and not the patterns. Next is, gosh, where am I at? Number 7, double-sided or single-sided books. Right, well, that's dead easy, isn't it? Because I would definitely go with single-sided, because of course you can use whatever medium you like. You just have the option of using alcohol markers, you know, just whatever you want to use basically you can use, unless it's Amazon printed paper, where I would not use watercolour, but I might use a bit of watercolour metallic paint for accents still. It'll go a little bit crinkly, but we can live with that. So yeah, definitely single-sided books, I would have to say, would be one of my answers for that. Number 9, I better hurry up or you're going to be here all day, right? Number 9, Ohuhu alcohol markers or caliart alcohol markers. Well, I do have Ohuhu alcohol markers, the brush ones. I think I have the non-brush ones as well, you know, the usual bullet tip ones, I think. And but I don't have caliart, and I've tried to get the caliart, but I'm in the UK, so I can't find them on Amazon, so I didn't bother, and therefore I can't answer that question. So unfortunately I shall have to leave question 9 out. So question 10 is colour by number, white backgrounds or black backgrounds. Yeah, if it's colour by number I would prefer definitely black backgrounds. So yeah, black backgrounds I think is much better, so you don't, you know, it just looks better, I think, the image on a black background when it's colour by number. So yeah, that's number 10. Number 11, white posca pen or white gel pen. Now I started off, when I did colouring, I just used to use, whenever I needed to use highlights, I used to just use the white posca, and you know, it fared me quite well. It was, you know, good at its job and stuff. And then when I then got Sakura jelly rolls, and the Sakura jelly rolls were actually really nice, but gel pens do skip no matter how good they are. And latest gel pen, white gel pens I've got is the Uniball Signo, and which other one did I get? The Arteza ones, which everyone was raving about, and yeah, they were really good. But I think they do still skip, but not very often, you know, very rare that they do that. But the thing is, with white gel pens, even though they do skip, I think they give a purer white than the Poscas. So because of that reason, I am going to have to go with the white gel pen, because I want my white to look white, as white as it can be. So yeah, white gel pen, it'll have to be, even though it skips, you can just, you know, sort that out when that happens. So yeah, let's go with white gel pens. 12, morning colouring or night colouring. Well, if it was up to me, it'd be both, you know, but of course we have a life where we have to work and do all these other things, so then it would have to be night colouring or evening night colouring, because most things are done and you're less likely to be disturbed with what you are trying to do. So yeah, it'd be night colouring, I think, for that one. But yeah, I don't you know, I don't mind colouring any time of the day really. The more time the better, but yeah, we'll go with night. Okay, number 13, Jade Summer Chibi Girls or April Amber Chibi Girls. I think I don't have any of Jade Summer's Chibi Girl books, because it's just not the sort of thing that I'm into, or colour. So I really can't answer that question. I don't even know what April Amber Chibi Girls means, so yeah, I'll have to leave that out. 14, Alan Robert or Emelie Lidehall Oberg. Well, I have got Emelie Lidehall Oberg's. I have got her, is it Fairy Tales book? I have got that, and I did colour in that book. So yeah, I have got that book. Alan Robert, I think, is the artist that does the what's it called, the horror thing books, what are they, Beauty of Horror books, and I'm afraid they're too scary for me, so I don't, I'd have to say I will go with Emelie Lidehall Oberg, because the other books are just too scary for me. I think they're just not something that I'd enjoy colouring either, so yeah. So it took me all that time to colour that one flower, but then again, you know, you have to be patient when working with polychromos, and that's why you'd use polychromos when you're in a certain mood, and I don't mind, you know, it's quite therapeutic and relaxing layering away. Okay, next question, 15. Having double images in books or just one copy of each illustration? Well, I can understand why people might say double image, because if you mess up the first image, you've always got to go for the second. But really, in my experience, when I have two copies, I rarely colour the second one, and there's not many images that I want a double page of, like, you know, another page of. So I would rather have variety. So in the interest of having more variety, I would like one copy of each illustration, so that I get more illustrations, you know, different illustrations, rather than a double copy of each. So yeah, one copy please for me. 16, Johanna Basford or Kerby Rosannes. Right, that is a difficult one. Yeah, that is a really hard one. So I am going to put the link of who started this tag, as well as Lucy Just Adds Colours link in the video description below. But because I just remembered that now, I haven't said that, so yeah, forgive me. That is a hard question, and probably the hardest question on this tag, because both artists are just brilliant, absolutely, you know, just my favourite artists really. So one of my favourites, or two of my favourite artists to be specific, but purely based on the fact that Kerby has variety of images, just purely based on the fact that there's a variety of images, and you know, you can see that variety in the type of books he's released. It's just really amazing. Within each book you can see lots of different types of illustrations. Purely for that reason, I'm going to go with Kerby, but both artists are two of my favourite artists, and they are just, I'd say, outstanding, you know, in what they produce. So yeah, I'd have to go with Kerby for number 16. Number 17, pastel backgrounds or acrylic paint. Both are great, and I do use acrylic glitter paint and acrylic, you know, matte or glossy paints as well, and I do use pan pastel backgrounds as well. So I don't know, but if I had to choose between the two, in terms of enjoying them and using them both, I enjoy them both equally, but purely because of the reason that pan pastels are so much easier to use, and there's, like, you know, I don't have to get a pot of water out basically and paintbrushes and things. And pan pastel is just easier for me to use So from that viewpoint, I'm going to go with the pastel backgrounds because it's quicker as well and less work in taking out the stuff, you know, to use. I know I'm trying to give justifications where I can. So yeah, so I would say pastel definitely for that. Number 18, Hanna, Lynn or Jasmine, Beckett, Griffith. Now I have got a book, even though I said I don't really do people, I have got one Hanna Lynn book. I think it's Whimsy Girls or something it's called. And I have done one picture in it, and I think I've got a whip. So I've got one Hanna Lynn book and I've got one Jasmine Beckett Griffith book. Can't remember which one it is. I think it might be the Mermaids one. And I think I've got a whip in it. Yeah, I like both, and I think both are really, really good in the pictures that they produce. They are really, really nice. So if I had to choose between the two, then I would say Hanna Lynn, and that's because I think, to me, her pictures are really like cute and whimsical, more cute and whimsical, and you know, that's what I like. So I'm going to go with Hanna Lynn, but Jasmine Beckett Griffith's art is really, really outstanding, really beautiful. But yeah, I would go with Hanna Lynn on this choice, or this number 18. Number 19, Amazon or Etsy. On Etsy you can get PDFs, on Amazon you can't, but on Amazon you've got a massive variety of books which you can get at a, you know, decent price. You know, as in it's not going to be really expensive, but Etsy is more expensive. And the variety of things that I can get on Amazon, I suppose you can get a variety of things on Etsy as well, but in terms of cost and also variety, I think Amazon would have to win there. So yeah, I'd say Amazon it would have to be, because you know, that's probably one of the main purchase points for me, purchase places for me, should I say. So yeah, let's go with Amazon. Nearly there now, so if you stuck by me all this time, you've really, really done well. I hope I haven't bored you silly. Mind you, if I bored you, you probably have gone by now, but anyway. 20, glitter gel pens or stickles. Right, well, I love glitter gel pens, I love stickles, but I'm not going to get the amount of shiny, glittery goodness with glitter gel pens compared to stickles. Stickles will, I think, even if I compare the Pentel Jewel hybrid pens, you know, the most gorgeous gel pens you can get, with Stickles glitter glue, I still think the Stickles glitter glue will still be more glittery. So, you know, I would have to go with the Stickles, but again, that is a really hard choice, almost as difficult as number 16, which was Johanna Basford and Kerby Rosannes. So that is quite a hard question as well. So yeah, this is the questions that have cut the this or that tag from the lady who made these. I mean, well done, because they are really difficult and you have to think about it. Question 21, hardback or soft cover? So hardback, most definitely. That's an easy question. So yeah, there are some hard, tough ones in there, but a few for me quite easy, and hardback any day wins out, because a hardback book is just really don't know, precious and really nice to have. Yeah, so definitely hardback. Simple pages, number 22, simple pages or intricate pages? Definitely an easy question for me again. It's got to be intricate pages. I will always go for the more intricate pages. I don't know, I'm just attracted to them. This is why I really like, you know, the mythographic books, you know, like mythographic Enchanted Castles, I think I've got, and Paradise, and the aquatic one. And hopefully I will be getting the latest one, which is the Frozen Fantasies. Can't wait till I get that one. So yeah, the more detailed the better for me. So intricate, definitely. And then Christmas pages or Halloween pages. I like both, but I just like the Christmas time of year a bit better. Not a bit better, but you know, it has the edge. It has the edge for me over the Halloween pages. I don't know, I like both though. I do really like both. But yeah, for me it'll have to be the Christmas ones because they can be cuter and more whimsical. So I'm gonna go with that. So that's the questions. So yeah, I've nearly done 2 flowers. This still needs a little bit of work, this second one. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and the subscribe, and if you would like, a comment below would be good as well. Thanks very much for watching. I'm gonna leave this as an open-ended tag as well to any other YouTuber in the colouring community who would like to do this or that tag. You know, go for it. And thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.